Joining me now to discuss today's big sports stories is the analyst Manuel Veth. Manuel, welcome to Global Sports. Let's start with the Euro 2016 qualifiers, and what on earth would Portugal do without their star man Cristiano Ronaldo? Another hat-trick in that 3-2 win away at Armenia. That's his third hat-trick in a row. Staggering, isn't it?
It's incredible. And Portugal was in huge trouble in that match. It really looked like Armenia, which have really developed in the last few years to be much stronger, really come along as a very good team. And they would have been in big trouble in this match had it not been for Ronaldo. And
that result really does seal their place at the top of the table. Let's move on to, well, it wasn't even the fastest hat-trick of the night, was it, with Ronaldo? Robert Lewandowski smacked a 4-minute hat-trick with his first goal coming in the 89th minute against Georgia. Difficult to upstage Ronaldo, but he's done it, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, you almost wonder, though, Georgia really held their own in this game for a very long time, and it almost seemed like when Robert Lewandowski scored that first goal that they fell apart completely. So maybe Ronaldo's 3 goals rank a little bit higher, in my opinion, but still, to get 3 goals this fast in a European qualifier is incredible. I mean, Robert Lewandowski is one of the best strikers in the world. There's absolutely no doubt about it. And
just quickly, the shock of the night coming with the Faroe Islands doing the double over Greece.
Yeah, well, there will be a party today there, that's for sure. But Greece is in huge trouble. You have to remember it was only a few tournaments ago that they actually won Euros, so they're in huge trouble, and I doubt that they will even qualify for this tournament.
Yeah, troubles for Greece, but also more problems in Croatian football, Manuel, after a swastika symbol was marked onto the pitch ahead of their game against Italy. Now, of course, this game was already being played behind closed doors because of racist chants last November. This is pretty shocking stuff, isn't it?
It's very shocking, and I mean, you almost have to wonder what kind of punishment UEFA will have to hand out in order for this to actually do anything, or for fans to change their behavior. I've been to Split myself in that particular stadium, and you can basically just walk in, and it almost makes you wonder if the Croatian Football Federation, now afterwards, of course, they're saying they're sorry, but if they have done actually everything to make sure that this kind of behavior stays outside the stadiums. And if I was UEFA, I would really consider hard what the next step has to be in this, what kind of punishment will have to be handed out, because obviously financial penalties don't work, empty stadiums don't work. What's the next step? I think it has to be pretty harsh.
So, pretty harsh being perhaps deduction of points?
Yeah, I mean, anything really to hurt the people that are behind this, and deduction of points is one thing, and at some point you have to almost think, well, maybe, this is not just about Croatia, there's other perpetrators. I mean, we remember Serbia. Turkey has been in trouble with all sorts of behavior in qualifiers. But maybe at some point UEFA has to just to say, look, next strike out, and then just kick one of those teams out of the tournament.
Which would be obviously a pretty strict penalty. We've heard from the Croatian Football Federation. They've said they've called it sabotage. The Croatian president has come out and apologised. Do you think they're simply, the Football Federation is not doing enough to tackle this kind of hooliganism?
Well, the question is, do they have the resources to do it? How much resources do they use? I mean, I know that UEFA, together with Football Against Racism, FAIR, they're doing a lot to monitor situations and to report these situations. But the football federations themselves have to be held much more accountable to it. And obviously, because the stuff keeps on happening, they're not doing enough, right? So I have to say, no matter how much they're investing in it right now, it is obviously not enough.
And what's your prediction? I know you're saying that they should perhaps be deducted points, but what's your hunch with what UEFA will actually do?
My hunch is that Croatia will be handed another few matches behind closed doors.
OK, we'll have to wait and see if they do indeed hit Croatia pretty hard. Manuel, pleasure having you here on the Global Sports Report.